Yes, yes, people, we are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another edition of the Manchester United Tottenham Hotspur podcast. Tottenham United Pods meets Talking at Tottenham Talk Pod, with both sides going through to the Europa League quarter final. Manchester United with a very impressive performance, very impressive victory, very surprise victory as well against Real Sociedad, winning 4-1 on the night. Bruno Fernandes hat-trick, Dalot also scoring 5-2 on aggregate, and Spurs as well, running out 3-1 winners against AZ Alkmaar, 3-2 on aggregate. Much important win for Spurs, much important win for Ange as well. I believe if Ange had went out, the conversation surrounding him would have been much different. And it's probably still carrying on now. So please keep all your comments or your questions, Manchester United or Tottenham Hotspur related. Big up to everyone who joined over from the raid just now for the United Chelsea show. That ended like 5 minutes ago. Make sure, if you're here already, run up the like. Oh, you're watching this back. Hit the like button on the video. I state this all the time. When you're in the city of sarcasm, pay the tax. Hit that like button. Make sure you do that. Please share across all the socials at That's Me Flawless, at Sarcasm City TV, at Sarcasm City TV, at That's Me Flawless across all socials. And just as important, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell. Roll to 15,000 subscribers. Unfortunately, De Niro couldn't make it on tonight, but shout out to my guy De Niro every single time. But we are joined by United Spurs of America. Jacob is in the building, and of course, Jez is in the building as well. What you lot saying, man? You lot both good? What's going on?
Hey, big up. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine, man. I can hear you fine. You good?
Having a camera issue right now, but I'll be visible in just a moment.
No stress, man. No stress. Jez, what you saying?
Oh, sorry, yeah, big up, man. What you guys saying?
All good, Jez, man. All bless, all bless. Big up to everyone in the comment section as well. Shouts to Warrior J, who starts there. Says thoughts and Spurs' 3-1 win versus Alkmaar on quarterfinal opponent Frankfurt. So we'll get to Frankfurt later, but we'll start with you, Jacob. 3-1 winners against Alkmaar. Go through to the quarterfinals. Thoughts on the game? Standouts for you? Thoughts on Ange's performance, not only in the second leg, but over both legs? Talk to us.
Well, the first leg was what it was, not good, and I didn't like it, not at all. But what we did in the second leg is all that really matters at the end of the day, and I think it was a little bit of a do or die kind of a situation for Ainge, and for a lot of people like myself who've just, I don't even know if clung to life. I feel like Jack at the end of Titanic most weeks where I'm just like, let go, but I can't because I'm actually frozen to the door, and I want to leave, but I can't. And or sometimes I also feel like the husband of the wife in Titanic. It's like, I married you and had kids and we've lived like 50 years together, but all you can think about is some Leo DiCaprio frozen at the bottom of the ocean. So it's like, I don't know that it's been a good year in any stretch of the imagination. However, there is still a huge redeemable thing in the fact that we can pursue and try to win. Again, try, but Frankfurt, I don't really have too much hope for in that regard, because I would have felt more confident if we were doing like the first leg away from home and the return fixture at our ground like we did against AZ, because as you can see, whether it's 10 people at Tamworth, 10,000 at Alkmaar, or whatever Frankfurt's capacity is, I know them Schnitzel frauds they're a wily bunch, and it doesn't take much to get into our players' heads.
Stadium. They got a huge stadium.
Yeah, that doesn't sound good. It doesn't sound good for my players. But in regards to yesterday, everyone been calling him the French Pele. I've been waiting to see, and I got to see a little bit of that Mr. Oda Burt, Oda Himbird, Oda Square, whatever you want to call him. But I know that there's a player in there, and the sooner we can get that player out, the better. And we saw a little glimpse of what that could be and what it looks like when a winger at Tottenham says, hey, I have the ball at my feet, let me run, and I'll just see what I can do. Oh, and if there's not space there, I'll run over here and make space, and then receive the ball there, and then run over there. It was nice to have a winger who's like, I'm going to do something with the ball, rather than when I get it, I will pass it back. Oh, I got it again. There's green grass in front of me. Flawless, what do you always say in pro clubs? If there's green grass in front of you, run.
Yeah.
And Brennan Johnson, that memo, he didn't hear it. He's deaf. He said, no, what? You said pass back? Okay. He'll do it. He'll pass it back. So it was nice having a winger like Odebert that didn't want to do that. I also want to credit Dominic Solanke as well. He was involved, in my opinion, for all 3 of the goals. This was Ainge Ball cooking. This is what I titled my video last night. So Ainge Ball is cooking with some fire emojis because that really triggers a lot of people. And I like that. So we were cooking, and with said cooking, Dominic Solanke, that first goal, he hadn't really touched the ball up until that moment that Son's press created the opportunity. Again, I'm using that word specifically for a reason, Flawless. Created, because Tottenham doesn't create anything. We scored a goal, but not off of our own creation. It's off of their mistake, which I would argue we created that mistake. We made, it's like
forced them into it.
Yeah. There's a girl about to go out with a really rich guy who she would like you more though. So what you do? Oh, he's got a flat tire. That's my luck now. Now I get to go on the date with the fine woman. And guess what? Who flattened that motherfucker's tire? Me. I slashed all 4 of them.
Don't be out here flattening people's tires on their car. Sorry, carry on. Just had to let that be known by the people. But carry on.
I see it as a way to inject economic value at an increased rate for the tire community. So the automotive community will probably be thankful that I'm out here cutting tires. But my point is, we created the opportunity to stand on something, and we did, and that's nice because we don't always. And Dominic Solanke, for me, I'm highlighting him here specifically for a reason, because in that moment, I think that was maybe his second touch of the ball, if that's being generous. And it was 20 plus minutes in. He had a moment where, hey, he could have just tried to pop a shot, just get a shot on target. Because as a striker, you want to just keep shooting. You want to get them boots going. And he said, fuck it. I'm going to lay it off to the French Pele. And what did he do? Oda scored like a super soaker, baby. First goal in Europe. I liked it. First start in Europe. He bang, bang. Super soaker 3000 Odebert. Come on now. Talk to me nicely. And that wasn't it, because on the second goal, he was involved in the press that created the chance for Pedro Porro to pick that ball off. So he was involved in our defensive half, pressing the motherfucker on the right-hand side like he's a right winger or a right midfield, and helps win the ball. That creates the run that then, it was like it was like Pedro Porro won it. Then it was Odebert who carried it. Gave it to Madison. Madison carried a little bit, laid it off to Son. Son gave it back to Madison, and then he scored. Solanke was part of that press that led to us getting that possession in the first place. And then the third goal, what a cheeky fucking assist that was, to just roll that ball around his heel like that. Hey, he thought he was out here in Fort Worth, Texas, two-stepping his way at the damn Billy Bob's, what we call, it's a dance hall out here you ain't know about, Flawless. But when you come out here, Flawless, you're going to want to go to Billy Bob's. You're going to find a lot of things that you find interesting, wink, wink, at Billy Bob's, sir. But he out here two-stepping like he had Billy Bob's with that assist. And guess what? Oda scored Super Soaker 3000 again. So I liked it. It was a good game. And then also, I want to finalize this. Mickey Van de Veen, what a beast he is. However, at 60 minutes, he becomes a liability to himself physically. As you can see, he pulled up, grabbing at that hamstring, and we subbed him out. And what did everyone say? Oh my God, Ainge Postecoglou subbing out our best player? Is that Ainge Postecoglou subbing out our best player right now? And then we conceded a goal, because Archie Gray was the guy who came in for Ainge. Oh, Ainge Postecoglou, you fat sack of shit with your hands in your pockets and your whatever they weirdo shit they could call. You went to your barber on a Tuesday. You're never supposed to go to your barber. Some weird shit, right? They all just want to put on my manager, our gaffer. Because, yeah, we ain't winning a bunch of games and we losing a bunch of games. I get it. But whenever we're in the thick of it, their first instinct is, don't get mud on my shoes. Wham. Oh, how dare you take out Van de Veen? And then we concede a goal from the guy. Archie Gray could have won the ball defensively off of the player, and he didn't. And Van de Veen, you could have said would have, because he was one of our best players, if not the best player on the pitch for 60 minutes. And But you look at the replay there before we sub him out, he's already grabbing at his fucking hamstring. So it's like, bro, we got to put him on ice. But everyone's like, how dare you? How dare you take him off? You stupid fat Australian whatever. I'm trying to keep the language safe for the children. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, okay.
yeah, man. You know, Angel subs win us the game, and they can cry more. Bunch of hotel chair merchants.
Damn, fast. Jazz, what you saying? Thoughts on going through against Alkmaar? Must be pleased, obviously, to make the quarterfinals. Important.
No, very pleased. Like, which is funny. Like, obviously with context, we've been in the Champions League also. Got to consider. But I think in the last couple of years, that's the first time we went to the quarterfinals of an Europa League.
Okay.
So obviously, in between that, we've been also in the Champions League. That explains that. But every time when we've been in the Europa League, not necessarily we don't get into the spaces. It's like, because for whatever reason, previous managers didn't really take the competition serious. But I just don't get it, considering our situation. But it's a good thing that we actually get through and just get into a quarterfinals. I can't even remember the last time Tottenham was in a quarterfinal. Just to begin with, I think Champions League when we went to the final, I think was the last European quarterfinal that we've been. So happy about that. I said this. Like, both ties, I kind of predicted. I predicted how it was gonna go. Like, we played them in the league phase. I thought they were actually good in the time that they pulled over to our stadium, but we still ended up winning the game. So it's not like, and that was the period when we had injuries. So
Yeah.
was the confidence going into this game? No, because again, currently the whole vibe is just shit at Tottenham. The fans just, regardless of what happens, they just want to run they rather want to run their agendas rather than actually see, you know what, there's a good opportunity to maybe even help ourselves get into a final. There's a good opportunity to help us even get European football again for next season. But people want to run the agenda, so it's just a shitty move right now. So it's very hard to kind of stay positive. So shout out to all the people who try to do that. And yeah, I said this. I said worst case scenario, make sure you just only lose 1-0 away. Then I said go and win the tie at home, and we did it. Unfortunate goal that we conceded, but also that I think it was a really good performance from the bits I seen. Obviously, I didn't watch the whole game. I obviously went on to watch some extended highlights. I watched some couple like just individuals like what they was doing, and obviously shout out to Odegaard, man. Like I really feel like necessarily not the player who we
You
think
got
is
any good
maybe
nicknames
ready.
for him, Jez?
I don't have a nickname yet. I can't lie. Like, I don't have a nickname, but I'll wait for that. I know you got the nicknames already up. I'm kind of waiting and sit. I'm chilling right now. But that was the type of player, just from a profile
I've
perspective.
been waiting, flawless.
I mean, shit. It's funny enough because somehow I got a nickname for that Shido kid. I call him Obi-Wan Kenobi, but he needs to play. He needs to play football first. but but nah. But what I was saying is that this is the type of player I just wanted at Tottenham. Like, just guys who comfortable on the ball. Like, when do you see the last time when you see a winger from us actually control the football with his chest, without like the ball bouncing like back to the defenders or anything, and then let alone the first touch as well. Just when the football just sticks, decision making, yeah, is sometimes you can maybe look at it and say it can improve in order, but he's just a well-rounded player, and I feel like you can kind of see why you're buying the profile that you bought. And yeah, I'm just happy that he finally get his goal. The fan base was going onto him without even him having actually necessarily game time to prove himself. Any sort of way to kind of write him off. But again, this is what
It's
the
because
fan
of
base
that
likes to
dude.
do.
Jez, it was because of that dude that was on that treadmill. That's why they started cooking him.
I know. There's
You know the meme I'm talking about?
I know. The funny part is he looks like a. He does look like
No,
a.
he doesn't. They don't look alike at all.
That
dude look closer to me than he does Wilson.
It's the haircut.
It was the Rose. Yeah.
No, don't kill me, but no, but I'm not. But even before that, I've seen people trying to like get at him and say, what a pointless signing. The guy got injured. Like, again, injuries happen. How can you correct a player off when he doesn't even play for the football club like that? So I was like, he just need to get his rhythm in, and I feel like it's kind of like similar to the way I feel. I will tell. I had that debate obviously last night on the playbook about that. Obviously, I don't think we should buy. Obviously, I go about that later. But just again, players just need the opportunities. I remember earlier part of the season, maybe Jacob knows as well. On Spurs Twitter, you would see people go about Berber and saying he's not ready. Why did we bought him? He has to get loaned out. And all of a sudden, I'm seeing if you do a Spurs 11, he can't get out of the most people's 11s no more. So it's kind of like all the same, especially with these young players. I feel like give them at least some actually opportunity to fail first before we can actually sit here and say write them off. And no, all of them, and I tweeted it about it yesterday. Like, I'm happy of how they all, despite the season, I'm happy how they're all growing as players within the season. So, just good performances. Obviously, good to see Van der Ven come back, and Romero being there. So you want to see that. It's good to see that. Kind of obviously, Udogie wasn't part of the 11, but then at the moment in time, the way Spencer's playing, it's not actually the end of the world if Udogie doesn't necessarily play at the moment in time. People crying about Van der Ven getting subbed. I don't get it. The dude literally just came back because if he was on the bench, you guys would be crying probably about why didn't Ange play him?
Why did he start?
And then why didn't you start him if he would have lost, or if he would have considered early in the game, or at the time when he wasn't on the pitch and that. So again, it's just people just running agendas. Like everybody knows that. I've been very critical of the manager, but I'm not bringing I'm not out there. Get this guy going. I've seen people say that don't necessarily want us to win the game because people are saying, people are gonna come up with excuses for the manager. No, I want to see team. I want to see this team. I don't care how I feel about this man. I don't care how my feelings about the manager doesn't mean anything. I want to see this team winning, and if this team is winning and can get forward, hey, I'm here to support the manager. Like for
Flawless,
me,
you know why I made that noise?
That's no point.
Flawless.
Go ahead.
Why? Because I know for a fact, bigger, shall we say, Spurs representatives than myself have told me that they've gotten to a point where they like it more when Tottenham lose because it's better for their channel. It's better for their views. It's better. It's just better for my life when Tottenham loses. That sounds like not a fucking Tottenham fan to me.
I hear that. Hey, it depends if you want that to happen, because that is one thing. United losing does help, but I don't want us to lose.
See, that's the thing. Ian, for me, it's one of the situations here.
But this way, if we would have lost, there'd be more people here right now if United had lost this game against Sociedad.
Imagine we both got knocked out. Yeah.
But for me, Jesus Christ, like they would have been onto us. But we Charles, all the teams who still in the quarterfinals.
Serious.
But no, bro, I was Arsenal. But
you part of that final 8. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, come on. But for me, like I said, I'm not on this whole agenda thing. Honestly, like I want us to win this Europa League, man, just because I want to see a trophy for so long. And I think I always said going into this Europa League, it's a competition I think we can actually win if we can get it together. And I think lastly, I want to shout out is probably Sri Lanka. Because I keep saying this, man. This guy, it's a shame. This is a guy who scored like 19 goals last season, and we turned him into like a creator now for us. Because nobody creates for him. It's because I do think he can really. I think his goal put could be so much better. So I think a lot of people would look at his goals, and think, Spurs spent like 60 million, and he's not bringing us goals. But when you actually go and watch him play for us, you can see so much what he brings to the team. And you see just a drastic difference just in terms of how we just play better in the final third with him. Even in the middle third, the way he chops deep, like he basically plays like a false 9 for the team. And he's not even like a false 9. And that's why I was so happy when we bought him, because I know from his fundamental understanding of the game is so good that I was just really happy to bring it. And you see everything that I thought of him, he brings to the Tottenham. The only shame is that we don't create enough for him that he gets to goals. But then again, he creates even his own opportunities to go and score. Like he could actually took the opportunity for one of his Odegaard goals, but he decided to go and give him the sweaty to go and put it into the back of the net. And it also helped Odegaard getting some confidence since this was his first goal for Tottenham. So now it's really a talented player. Very happy that we have him, and we have to make sure that in the summer we get another striker in. Obviously, because I don't want even if he gets some hotel, I don't want him to play striker. But obviously, I don't think we're going to buy him, whatever. But we have to make sure we get another striker in so he doesn't have to play every single minute and carry such a workload.
That's fair enough. That is very, very fair enough. Big up Warrior J. I did start a couple of your questions as well. And Koglu, this is some of the quotes. So this is him on Bergval's discipline as a number 6. I think he's had to work on that. Fair to say, when he first got here, the coaches spent a lot of time with him, working on his tactical awareness and being disciplined. And again, a big thing you look for in players is their coachability and their ability to take information in, and then the ability to take that information to help them improve. He's certainly taken that on board. At the start, it took him a little bit of time. He tended to run too much. I remember in a couple of early games in Europe when he just ran out of steam because he was running too much. He was maybe overplaying the ball at times. He simplified his game, and the coaches have given feedback, and he's taken that on board. So your thoughts on Bergval's performances? We'll go to you, Jacob, and Postecoglou's comments on his performances in the 6.
Yeah, if I can remember how to drink water.
You're right.
Anytime I drink something with carbonation, bro, I was just like, oh, just,
you okay?
shit.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Luckily,
I was on mute. Luckily, only just. No, in regards to Bergval, I actually kind of felt bad that I left him off of my little list of players that I was shouting out, because I mean, every time he went to win that ball, he won it. I think it was 7 out of 7, something like that. He had 4 misplaced passes out of 90-something passes. And unfortunately, one of them led to a goal. But I don't know what it is, man. I inhaled the drink. What's wrong with me?
You all right?
If you want to
Bergval, it's like the Lord is trying to stop me from talking shit, because it's going to lead me into a point of talking shit.
Drink some more water. Take 2 minutes, man. Jess, we'll go to you. Take your time. Go on, Jess.
No, obviously I'll take over, man. But no, Bergval, no, I was a fan when we even signed him to begin with, and I think it's I said it's the last night on the playback, and obviously before people maybe just what you talking about, why are you saying this, why are you saying this, before anybody goes crazy at me, like, it's kind of similar how Vitinha went from Porto to PSG. So Bergval started in Sweden as like a 10, so kind of 10-8-ish. No, he kind of gone into like the 6 role, especially a long 6, where like it's very demanding, very like you have to be on point, you have to be on focus when you play that type of role, and especially with him never playing that role, playing that young, especially coming into like a league like a Premier League where the pace is just so much faster. You can see that he just needed like an adjustment period at the start of the season, but I understood what the plan was, and I could see that. No, I see the ceiling there. Because one thing I was really pleasantly surprised is how physical he actually is. Like, he's actually a good ball winner. Because I thought he was going to be a softie. I'll be honest, when I first see him, he looked like the softie to me, like somebody, okay, cool. He may gonna be nice on the ball, but off the ball, no duel, no nothing. Yeah, but he engages in the tackles. He has a good engine about him. He can carry the ball really well. So dangerous situations, he can actually bring the ball, help us carry the ball forward. But also has a really good passing range about him. It's like, again, I made like comparison at the start of the season of a Frankie de Jong kind of type of mode of player, me personally, and the way he just plays the game, and with him just being so young, I'm just very happy. And I quoted it yesterday to like one of the comments. So I'm really happy just how he grown as a player. And I think everything that Ant said, it kind of shows when you go based on the season. Started off very poorly. I remember the first Leicester game, Jacob probably remembers as well. Bergwall came on late in the game when we were under the cush. He made a mistake, which didn't cost us. But I remember Vicario coming out of the goal and shouted at him. Like, I was like, he just came on. He just made his Premier League debut. Vicario just wasn't having it. And I remember that moment. It's like, since that moment, every game when I watch him play, it's just a steady improvement. What I like to see, you already have a good talent, base level ability, and all that, but I want to see the steady improvement throughout the season. And just really happy that he took his opportunity. I'm really happy that he took his opportunity. Well, also players got injured and players maybe not performing as well, because that means the manager gave him a chance, and now we have a situation where somebody like Abdusuma, you can kind of see he's getting phased out of the team now because of him. So just what Ant said, I agree with him, and I'm very happy with the progression, and I'm really happy that we bought him. It's just a shame that I can't see RG Gray in the midfield because I think there's something that I would like to see, but that's something to debate for another day.
You got a little bit of that. You got to see him in the midfield there. Ben Davies came on. It was at one point, and Archie Gray moved into the midfield. That was so we did
it's
see it.
more of a consistent thing I would like to see in it. But again, it's something that
I'm just poking fun because everyone's like, before the season, it was like, oh, how could we spend 40 million on this kid from Leeds? We should loan him back to Leeds. And then now that he's been starting and getting a bunch of minutes, because also when they said loan him to Leeds, he's not going to get game time here. He's not going to get to play. He's not going to develop. We're going to hamper his development. And we spent 40 million on him. How fucking dare we? And then the narrative shifts as the goalposts continue to move further away from the fucking point of their frustration in the summer. Then it's, oh, well, we're not using him right. We're not letting him play his natural position. And it's like, I mean, someone probably said that about Buhu Saka, whenever he was moving from left back to, someone probably said that about Gareth Bale when we moved him from left back. But at some point, like, a manager's going to do something that maybe it doesn't make sense to us. It's like, Dad, why'd you take the turn there? We're supposed to go straight. And he's like, I know a shortcut. And you're like,
I feel like
no.
I feel like it's one of them ones where, like, I would, like, for me personally, I would like to see, just because I watched, like, I wasn't angry when we signed him for 40 minutes. I was actually very happy when we signed him because I watched him for Leeds and I knew he came comfortable.
Me too.
I don't think we didn't have to on, like, all the people that said, man, like, all the people crying about us paying 40 minutes. You didn't watch him play. Like, maybe he wasn't like a ready-made player that we maybe could have needed, but it's a good player to sign, in my opinion. But, like, you know, it's more of a preference thing with me. I would love to see him just more consistently get minutes in the midfield when certain guys maybe not performing well. But then again, I'm not mad because I'm happy him just even showing that the manager trusts him to have him on the pitch as well is also another good thing to have. Like, he could have been in a situation where, like, nope, I'm not even gonna play you at all, any sort of minutes, and who knows, maybe even gonna, like, again, yes, he naturally is a midfielder, but he's also kind of naturally became like one of those inverted kind of right backs as well. So if he plays right back as well, I already said it many times before. I'm not happy. Like, I'm very happy as well if he plays right back as well. Just considering as well that Ange wants to convert his wing back.
I believe when Jed Spence first got injured and Destiny was out, he played left back also for us.
Left back as well.
He's played 4 different positions for us.
Yes,
5 if you include the midfield.
Yes, so it's like I'm not really on the manager for that. Like, again, it's just more of a preference thing, I would say, when it comes from my point of view. But then again, when you look how the season has went, I think he would have had a lot more reps at right back if we didn't get the midfield in, considering how we just didn't have no centre back. But again, planning from the club. But again, it's one of those. Like I said, I'm not even angry at anything. It's just, again, just something in my mind. Why couldn't we see that a bit more? But it's what it is, isn't it? Like, it's just one something on my mind about it. But I'm not necessarily crying about it. Not like I'm not. Ange is a disgrace for not playing Gray and in midfield. No, because we have enough midfielders healthy. So it's like, not angry at that. Just more of like I wish I would see it a bit more. But I'll let you go with Burko and Jacob.
And Jacob's still struggling? You good, Jacob?
No, I'm good. I had just put a little mini Oreo in my mouth right when he said, I'll let you go with Burko. I was like, oh, let me spit that out real quick.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to show that on camera. So
appreciate it, man.
I was very, very slick about it.
No, appreciate it, man.
Hey, man, that's what I bring to the show every week. Class, dignity. What else would a queen want at a dinner table?
Class, dignity, and just, pizzazz. So you also bring.
There's definitely some of that word in there.
Yeah, but it's definitely.
Bergvall.
Yes, Bergvall. Yes, fault on his performance and also fault on Postecoglou talking about how him in playing the 6 and how he's been coachable and he's adapted to the role. He's adapting to the role.
Yeah, it's actually been quite an interesting thing, this ever evolving midfield that we have, because I'll tell you, at every stage in the season, it's been a different three, mixing and matching. Madison, Kulu, Bentaker, Basuma, Madison, Bentaker, Kulu. Madison, Sar, we got Sar, Basuma, and then you put a Bergval in there, and you got Bergval, Sar, Kulu, Bergval, Madison, Kulu, Sar. And it's just like, at the end, you just don't even know who's who and who's playing what number. And it's kind of what Angel always said.
Your best midfield is your best midfield trio. What is it?
Like Jez said, Bergval has made it to where you cannot not include him.
So Bergval's definitely got a spot. So who's the other two? Or is it dependent on formation and who you're playing against?
I don't even know, because it's not like we've ever had a chance where we have all of them and we say, who's our opponent? This. And then the following week we have all of them and they are different, so therefore it should call for a different midfield, right? We've never been in that situation where we have two games where, okay, you know, there's no rest, there's no injuries. It's always like, well, who's available? All right, I guess out of them, let's see who we're going to put where. And then throughout the match, it's like, there's Sar. He's now a number 9 in this moment in time. And it's like, I don't ever really, it's hard to understand the structure, because people want to say a 6 or an 8 or a 9 or a 10, excuse me. And Ainge said one of the first things that I remember him saying when he first got here, which was, I don't play with 6s, 8s, or 10s. I play with 3 midfielders who can do all of the above.
Yes.
And you've kind of seen it now that the bag is getting shaked out. You're kind of seeing the cap turds rise to the top here, and you're seeing which ones can do all 3 of them decently well while in cohesion with the other 2 doing the same fucking things. Because Madison is dropping deep, winning the ball back, not things you'd say a 10 does. Box-to-box 8 doesn't be a false 9 at times, like a 10 sometimes will drop into. So, like, Bergval doing a lot of the cleaning up, like a Bentancur was doing. At one point, I thought he was our best 6. What's that?
Yeah. Now I was saying it's fluid. Like he wants the midfield to just be fluid and everybody just comfortable.
The one thing I can say that as my amateur tactico mind can comprehend is there's 2 of them that are going to be doing a lot of 8, 10 mostly, and then one that's going to be doing 6 and 8 with a sprinkle of 10. And that was what Bergval was doing, was the aforementioned. And I thought he did it well. At times, I thought Bentancur was the best at doing it, but he's also a racist, and he's also not good, and he gets injured a lot, and you can't really rely on him like you've seen this year, whether it was suspension, yellow card accumulation, and yesterday, yellow card accumulation, racismo charges, whatever. And, you know, my name is Bentancur, and here in Uruguay, we like to fucking say racist shit, and they think it's no big deal. And then the guy's like, ha, 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 that's so good. I'm on TV right now. And anyway, I distract myself. But in regards to the midfield, there were times where I thought Bentancur was our best 6, 8, sprinkled a little bit of 10. And Kulu plus whoever the fuck was our best 8s/10/sprinkle of 6. And if any of that makes sense, I hope it does, because it kind of does in my head.
No, it makes sense.
Like, there's like these 2, and like yesterday it was Madison and Sar, and then Bergval was like, rah, like that's the only. I guess my camera's here, so it's like that, and then and like a little sprinkles of that there. And Madison, as much shit as I talk about that balding Turkish hairline fraud weenie whiner, he is the epitome of weenie whiner. He had a good game outside of the first like 20 some minutes where he was kind of acting like exactly like I described. But then after that, he kind of like grew into the game and realized, oh yeah, we're playing AZ fucking Alkmaar. We should be beating these fuckers at home. And then when he plays like that, he's good. He's good. He's a good player. That's why they call him Mr. 33%, because that's fucking damn near 33% of the time that he's actually going to be good. There's another 33%, he's going to be shit, and the other 33%, he's fucking injured. So make of that what you will. But, you know, I think our best, as of right now, with I would put Kulu in there, Kulu, Madison, Bergvall, as on my sprinkles, but without Kulu, Sar probably gets in ahead of me, ahead of Basuma. I think Basuma's more of that where he wants Bergvall working kind of area, and he sees Sar as more of that Kulusevski just run, motherfucker, just run, just fucking run around and just like a gazelle, distract the lions and that's kind of just saunter around in the box, Papa Sar. He's just running around. Yesterday, I'm like, what are you doing over there? There's Sar, far post, getting in the way of Solanke. I'm like, God dang it. But, I know his role is like, just fucking run around, bro. Have a good time.
But I think that's the thing as well, because obviously when you talk about what is our like best midfield, when you talk about what's our best midfield, I think it's hard for me because I had many conversations when it comes to this in group chats, just people that not even support Spurs but watch Spurs, and I sat here many times thinking, obviously Jacob is right in terms of like the way I call it, probably the best way is fluid. Get everybody. There's a comfortability where it's kind of similar how Barca wanted to do it. It's similar to what teams like PSG want to do it, where like players understand like certain rotations, like when the ball is in that area of the pitch, you're supposed to be there, you're supposed to be there, and big up Chinlu. It should always it's always going to move around. Like it's a bunch of movement that is happening, and um and I have many debates about this midfield. It's a complicated thing because Jacob is right. When Madison plays well, like he did yesterday, obviously before he turned well, obviously don't do the part. But once he started playing well, it's a good Madison to have. But the issue is my issue with that is that I don't necessarily trust like this 10-ish player, like the natural 10, like our person, like let's just get preferences where I feel like what will help us be a lot better solid as a midfield is if we actually have like three guys who are like, okay, somebody's like two natural eights who are comfortable with one being maybe comfortable being up higher the pitch, but it's an eight by natural, and then you have obviously the other eight, and then you have the six. Like sense. and even with me, it's like, I'll be honest, I don't know what our best midfield is, even if it's healthy, because it's too many inconsistencies where in terms of from the players' performances. Times I see really glimpses of like I can see how this works out, but then they don't do it from a consistent standpoint enough, and do a thing from a tactical standpoint. I think the manager could help out a little bit in terms of how instead of having because I think what gets into our players' mind is that when we lose the ball, can sometimes happen very open. And I even mentioned it in the group chat today how instead of having us building up where we have like a two center backs and then have the full backs inverting.
See, there you go again about that group chat. If you remember, a few episodes back, I was like, see, this is that group chat they don't want Jacob in. They're afraid. But I get it. I wouldn't let me in the group chat.
It actually it's a long term one, but again, it's just I'm just having conversations in it, and I feel like what we could do is, which I mentioned, to be honest, even just last season, but I feel like he hasn't done it this season either. Is I wanted to see us going from like a 2-3. Obviously, sorry if I sound like a tactical nerd or anything like that, but where we could go from a 2-3 to like a 3-2, where we have like instead of having two guys, the centre backs only help starting off with the goalkeeper, have one of the fullbacks actually come a bit deeper and stay a bit deeper, because I think when you even go around just Europe and when you go with managers who you think of play similar to Ange, all of them start off playing with three at the back or keeping one of the fullbacks a bit deeper than the other one, just so you have a bit more protection. Because I feel like it gets to our midfield. It's hard for me. I think the issue why we don't have a consistent midfield, or it never looks like we have a consistent midfield, is because I think it gets to the player's mind. If we lose the ball, fuck, because we have to hope that everybody can sprint back ASAP, and somebody makes a block, someone makes an interception. It's just too much. It's just too much of a workload. I think Ange gives the player the aspect of things. So I think if you would just make that tweak, I wouldn't call it an adjustment. I call it a tweak. Maybe some people think it's the same thing. I think it's different, but if you would do that, I think it would help also the midfielders having a better mind. But when I go straight to just only midfield, there's probably, if it was up to me, there's a lot of things that I would change, trying to maybe bring new profiles in, bring other guys out of the football club, and then see how it then works. But at the moment in time, if I go based off the players of the football club, for me it's probably Bergwall, Kulusevski, and then I can't lie, I really don't know who the other midfielder is because sometimes I want to stick with Madison, but then Madison is so inconsistent. And when he gets rattled, fucked up. Like you might as well stop him often. So and Saar, I think Saar is really talented, but I feel like I need a race of Saar's actual play. I think he's a good player. I don't get this trend about the Spurs fan base thinking he's a bad player all of the sudden. He's not a bad player. But I need to see like a level of a race of his actual play to see him, for me to feel comfortable seeing him on a consistent basis. Forget Bissouma, forget Bentancur. Please, I already said it. Hashtag don't extend Bentancur. Please let him go with Bissouma in the summer because it makes space as well. There's two signings that we could make, bring it into the midfield. So yeah, man, it's complicated with the midfield. I'll be honest. I don't know what our consistent midfield is. Sorry for the long explanation. I sound like a tactical nerd, but this me without being like, they're all garbage. Get them all gone. Get the manager gone.
No first.
A new manager will get these guys playing well. I don't think it's the simple stuff.
Fairs? Well, so, fair enough. I hear you on that. Let's see what else you lot are saying in the chat. Continue to run up the likes. Continue to hit the subscribe button as well. Speaking of United, because Warrior J says thoughts on United 4-1, Sociedad, and thoughts on Xerxes' performance. So thoughts against Leon in the semi-final. Impressive performance. Super impressive. Best we played in a long time. Can't remember the last time we played so well. In particular, the second half, everyone played well, bar Højlund, because he's absolutely dreadful. He's just woeful. One of the worst strikers I've ever seen, period. Xerxes was our man of the match. The GNA won't match it, and that's why people get lost in regards to GNA and impacting it, because he didn't get no GNA and we scored 4 goals. He was the best player on the pitch. Even the red card that we won was due to that pass to Dorgu was supremely underrated because that's not easy. And the ball was kind of half stuck under his feet, and he managed to drill the pass across the pitch right into Dorgu's path. Dorgu also played well also. So yeah, pretty much happy with the performance. And it goes to show, hey, a back three can work. When Saucy that shit, yes, 110%. They were shocking over both legs. They're not a good outfit, but I'm not hearing that because before that tie, we were going out. As soon as that tie was made, we were going out. We was getting moved to. We was getting absolutely destroyed. We have a terrible record in Spain, right? So we don't do well against Spanish teams, blah, blah, blah. And I heard it all, obviously. I didn't watch Sociedad like that, but I heard all of these conversations and I hear it because we're bad. But we made a terrible team look terrible. Shout out to Bainesy, because I was talking to Statman Baines earlier on today, and he said that to me. He was like, yo, we made a shit team look shit. And it's been a minute because we ain't the best, but we did that to them. So pleased about it, and everyone's quiet now. Because we had gone out.
You got Leicester coming up next, so you get another chance to do it again.
Who knows with Leicester? Yeah, the Premier League. I'm Jacob. I'm just
you've been moving to Leicester though this season though, so it's not like
we struggled against them the last time.
But you beat them 3 times.
You beat them though, but we
did beat them, but it was a struggle, and it shouldn't be. It was a struggle, and we shouldn't.
Well, I was on a stream with Staffy before this, and he seemed pretty confident about playing Leicester. He said Ruud van Nistelrooy helped beat Leicester twice, and then now he's going to help Leicester lose twice.
Yeah, like I say, people forget just because we ended up beating them. We did not play well in that game. Like last game, we beat them and we OT. We did not play well in that game. It was a struggle, see, and that's what I don't do. Yeah, obviously results is important without doubt, but I don't let results cloud me in regards to performances. Should we go to Leicester and win? Yes. Am I saying it with any confidence? Absolutely not. Forget it was a Harry. People forget how bad that game was. To the point, Maguire was offside, and people said the linesman didn't call it because he didn't want to see half an hour more of this shit. People forget. Let's not forget how bad the game was just because we went through. It was dreadful. They were terrible.
It's Harry Maguire's old stomping grounds, It's his.
Hopefully he's not playing because all of a sudden he don't play and our defense looks better. Who would have thought? And speaking of defense, that's another thing. I want to give a shout out to Heaven because he played well. Played very, very well. Gives us lovely balance
I knew
on
a
the
girl
left
in
hand
high
side.
school named Heaven back when I was a kid.
Hey, shout out to her.
Shout out to her, man. I'll tell you what, it didn't take much for you to get to heaven, if you know what I mean.
Ha.
But as I was saying, he played very well.
Shout out, man. Shout out.
Left-footed, good balance.
I'm sorry.
What I've been saying is about youth players. I've been saying it on this show. I've been saying it on my platform for months now about playing youth players. And all of a sudden we start playing them, and guess what? They actually play well. Who would have thought that they improve a piss poor side? Heaven's played now. He played against Fulham. He played against someone else.
Did Lenny Yoro play?
Yoro got injured the game before. He came off injured. He got injured.
What's your thoughts on him? Because I thought he came in and he looked kind of bright, and then he got injured.
That's been my biggest concern with him, Jacob. Is not his performances, more so the injuries. That's where I'm at with him. It's the injuries because he got injured early on in preseason, was out for 3.5 months, 4 months, came back, done well. I didn't really have too much complaints with in regards to his performances. Then he got a niggle again, came back. Believe he got another injury again, then came back, and now he's injured again. So my biggest issue with him is getting him on the football pitch.
Maybe he just wants to spend more quality time with Mason Mount. Maybe they became really good friends in that physio room, and he just, some don't feel right.
He's actually back in the crowd. He's basketball short.
I had a question for you, Flawless. I thought it was fucking hilarious when I looked at my phone and saw a tweet from Fabrizio Romano and says, quote, Amarim, quote, I love Mason Mount. You don't share those sympathies, those sentiments, rather?
As much as you like Eric Dyer. That's my thoughts on Mason Mount.
Shout out to Eric Dyer.
No shout out Eric Dyer. Fuck Eric Dyer.
There we go.
No shout out Eric Dyer.
So my fault on Mount is your feelings towards Mr. Eric Dyer.
Well, to be fair, Eric Dyer helped knock Arsenal out of Champions League last year when my daughter was being born.
Shout out to your daughter. Shout out to your miss. I hope the family's well too. As well, I hope the family's well.
Oh, we're great.
My fault on Mount is that I appreciate
but other than
I appreciate the fact he's injured so long, so I don't have to see him play. I appreciate that he don't rush back.
Just that historic United 7, Cantona, Ronaldo.
Yeah. And he's doing that
nice
shirt,
to see the storied 7.
And he's doing that shirt justice by not being out on that football pitch wearing it. I love it. Him limited his appearances is great. That's him
doing good by that shirt.
That's him doing great by the shirt. Is not seeing you out there in that shirt on the football pitch.
It's great. I guess that is better than Garnacho getting it and doing what he does.
I wish Garnacho would take a play out of Mount's book and not turn up for work. I wish he would. I wish more of them would be like Mount.
Mount's leading the way. Is that why Amarim loves him?
Yeah, because he's like, I don't have to see you. That's why Amarim's like, I love Mason Mount, because you don't have to see him.
Okay, what do you think about his comments about Bruno?
About Bruno. Hey, everyone loves the wrong girl once. You know what I'm saying? And it happens.
Because I got like.
Hey, sometimes it's just nice whenever she come through. You know what I mean? It's
I hope. See the things because I obviously we have so many conversations about Bruno. I don't even want to have the conversation, but bro, if this guy actually thinks what he's actually saying, and then next season he has the same trust again, bro, he's gonna shoot himself into the foot again.
Yeah, if you build the team around him and give him all of this responsibility and not have him, if you're playing him as our worst midfielder out there, you're gonna go the same way as everyone else who put trust and faith in him. Go the same way as the guy who bought him, the same way you guys who negotiated all the contracts, the same guys who gave him the captaincy. All the managers who had faith in this guy failed. So if you take over a company and this guy's been the leader and his company's failed, I'm gonna stop making him lead because this team has gone backwards. Well, what do I know? But yesterday,
Chelsea did that, man. That need to be studied. 120 mil from two Premier League routes just to make them worse.
Oh, for Mount and Havertz, because it just goes to show how people at the top level of football make daft decisions too.
But
yeah,
how
man.
was Chelsea? They just got turned over, getting fleeced, made fun of, the $1 billion spent, and they just said, "Hold on, let me make 120 M's real quick. Get rid of 2 pieces of shit that actually make my rivals worse actively." Like that was win-win. 60 M's is insane.
That's the thing that day, but that's that. It's kind of it's like similar to us, bro. Like obviously not to extend like United because like we wouldn't actually go and spend 60 mil like that. But
We might on tell.
I don't think we will.
Because
Honestly,
it came out today that we're not picking up Timo Werner's option. That frees up 11 mil.
I don't. But then it's what's it then? What 49? I don't think we paid that. I'll be honest. I mean, shit. I forgot I've done as a football club actually. Shit.
Bro, I bet we could move. Yeah. I bet we could move Basuma for 35, 40.
We can definitely make up. We definitely can make the money. Definitely need to buy him, but I don't think we. I think it would be just a bit. I think it would be immature if you do that. To be honest, like
sell Brennan Johnson for what we paid for him. We could finesse.
Especially, not.
Imagine Brennan Johnson at Bayern Munich, bro.
I mean, shit, they have Eric Dyer over there, so it's possible. But
yeah, but if Tel can't even get into their front line, you gotta imagine what that.
Shit, I mean, they take bench players. Don't worry. We can actually sell John. I mean, it's more about the football club selling some of these guys. To be honest, to begin with, like I mean, I said actually talking about actually selling players, and I forgot where I was on, but like obviously because you triggered something in me just now, bro. There's so many Tottenham players. I think you need to leave the football club. Honestly, like I think a clear out, but not like an exit, not like what Chelsea do in terms of like an extradition of everybody is literally out of here, but a bunch of players who need to leave the football club in market. I'm just like obviously I don't know how there's so many honestly when I'm trying to I'm triggered because it's in my mind. There's so many guys where I'm like, God, they actually in this football club and we like I haven't seen Johnson.
Reguilon? Did you forget?
Shit, I forgot he's at the football club too. Honestly,
that was just one of those names I was thinking about while you said that.
Yeah, like him, Johnson. I think we should move on. Just trying to make as much for Charleston. I'll be honest.
Oh shit, I forgot about Richie.
Yeah. Oh, another one who's just kind of like just running around. I'll be honest. Obviously, I've been on these shows. Because you haven't been on here, and then because you had to obviously show with Stuffy. But I've been obviously talking about Sonny, and I'll be honest. I hate currently this whole situation. What I'm seeing and the way people speak about him, and me personally, when it's up to me, and I know it's probably sounds crazy, but I'll move him on just because I don't want him to be part of the shit show that's currently going on, and I don't want him to.
You want him to move on to be. It's like back to Titanic. You were Jack saying, Rose, let go of me. I'm dying. We, as Tottenham, are Jack. He is Rose. Beautiful Rose that we once, remember in the Champions League getting steamy in that car. Pep Guardiola can fucking hold that. And, now it's like, just let me go. I'm trying to die. I get it.
Like, you can't, I'm saying, if unless Son has necessarily, even if Son has like a semi-decent game, it doesn't matter no more. Like you see films, you see people speaking about the captaincy, and I'm like,
it's true. We don't have a captain, and we don't have a coach to coach these players.
Exactly, and it's like I'll be honest. Like for me, I've been in it for like quite longer. Is that this is not a thing of. I think he's washed, he's awful. I think someone can probably go somewhere and still actually help a team compete for something. But
he's done, Jez. He's cooked. He's finished. He's too old. You don't turn 33 and you thought you get better.
Bro, this is what you laugh, but this is how they sound like.
I hear it.
No. Anything you say, no. We didn't create chances, Flawless. I'm sorry.
Big up Frankie G for this comment. He says my favorite guy from Malawa and my favorite guy from Troops TV. Let's fucking go. We're here every Friday, Frankie.
So big up Frankie every Friday.
watching True TV, and shout out to Don and Sam every single time. Go on, you man, carry on.
And it's like, nah.
We didn't create no chances, flawless. We scored, but not from our own creation.
That's what I'm trying. It's so toxic. I don't want it to be. I don't want
press.
It to be.
You're on the forward foot, and you cause a fucking shit, and then we didn't do nothing.
Bro,
I can't make it up.
This is the thing. It's so toxic that I don't want him to be the captain of this anymore. I let somebody else have it. I'll be honest. This is
that has crossed my mind. Even though I want to sign him to a lifetime contract, chain him to me as we sink to the ocean together, my lover. But for what's best for him is to obviously detach from us whilst we sink to the bottom of the ocean. I do agree. I just you're right. The amount of slander that he's gotten has actually been, for me, fucking disgusting. How quickly people switch on you like that is insane.
I think he's been poor for a good couple of periods, but then also consider how much he plays as well. But people generally don't care no more. Like the way they go on is like
we threw him through the middle just to get chewed on by center backs, bro. How the fuck is he gonna do anything through the middle versus Saliba and Gabriel? Two of the best center backs, arguably, and they're both, weirdos in the locker room. And when you get them two together, you don't want to get in between them. And for Son, he's not the largest man, so why would he want to get in between those two weirdos in the locker room?
That is just one of the most pause-worthy sentences.
Oh, you don't know what Saliba was doing at the French team with his French mates?
I'm just saying, all that you just said in that sentence was crazy. Getting in
okay, let me do it.
He's not the largest. Yo, are you all right over there,
because he was disappearing whenever he was through the middle of the nine.
I'm just saying, but I'll be honest. Like, if you would hide, like, you have like player A, player B, and you hide the name here, and then you see the slander that you see, you would think the slander Son gets it's the team of honor. That's why I'm like, no, but so if the people that think I have Son on my sell list because you don't rate him, you think he's shit. No, it's not necessarily that. Like, he still is actually a good asset to the team, and ironically, his goals and assists will be missing this team. But I think we need to go through a period where I think people generally have to see with their own two eyes until they're starting to realize actually what is going on in terms of the lack of quality in this team. And I think to himself, I think he can find himself in a way much better situation than our situation right now. This is just how I feel. Let the people who are new to this club deal with this, and let people actually maybe realizing how bad our team actually is in certain aspects of the pitch. Yeah,
and that's the thing is Harry Kane and Son together painted over a lot of those cracks that you're mentioning, and it did it for years. There was tons of times where in these, his win percentage is X amount and it's higher than Ange Postecoglou's in this fragmented piece that I'm looking at, not looking at anything around it, just right here, just look right here because it agrees with my fucking narrative. All right, Flawless, don't fucking deviate from this because that's not what I'm talking about. It's this fucking section right here. So I'm saying that Harry Kane and Son, like, statistically were the most dynamic fucking duo in Premier League history, numbers wise. Now you could say talent, ability, whatever, but getting that fucking ball in the back of the fucking net, they are the best at it in the history of the Premier League. And then you take away 65% of what made that whole thing fucking go. Yeah. Now you're looking at 45% of what used to be it's an engine with fucking less than half the cylinders that it used to have, trying to still get up the same fucking mountain over and over. It's going to show that there's not as much horsepower, and that's just simple science. And I agree. It's like, it's really not fair for someone like Son, who when Harry Kane was down tooling because he was trying to go to City, Son signed a fucking extendo. When Kane left, Son signs another extendo. He commits to this club, probably to his own demise, but he loves this club so much and he wants to win here. Like, it is one of those, like, maybe we got to do like Old Yeller, you know, it's what you got rabies and we got to put you down and we got to let you go. Or it's like the Titanic. Let me die. I'm dying. Let me die. Let me go, Rose, you beautiful. Actually, she's kind of, she got better in her later years, Kate Winslet. But my point notwithstanding that.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Bro, I'll tell you what though, when you got to see them things, you know what I mean? I didn't care what the face looked like, bro.
Man, no, yeah, you just seen titties. You know what I'm saying?
Titties, bro. Yeah. Well, you're watching a movie and you're just like, God, this is like this weird love story. I'm so bored and I'm a kid, right? And it's like, then all of a sudden it's like, well, what you drawing over there, Leo?
As you see more titties as you see more titties in your lifetime, then you understand, you know, there's levels to this. That's what it is.
Yeah.
As a kid,
but I will admit, that's one of my wife's favorite movies, and she makes me watch it with her periodically, almost annually, semi-annually. And that is the one thing I got to look forward to that whole movie. At least I get to see some titties. That's nice.
There we go. See?
Get down.
Let's just clarify, it's an awful film. Yeah, I think it's dreadful.
Way too long. It's a good film. It's historically, it's like, okay, told me something nice. It's way too fucking long. You can take out a lot of that. That scene where they're swinging.
You would never say that about a film you like.
No, I want more. Yeah, it's true. A film you love.
A film you like, if it's 2.5 hours, is a film, but it's a dreadful film.
Dude,
I've never heard
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, really like
there's a reason each of them are like 3 hours.
Is it 3
they're
hours?
Great. There's like 3 of them, and they're like accumulative, damn near 10 hours.
Wait, there's more Titanic. Wait, there's more than one Titanic.
No. I was talking about Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings.
Oh, right. Yeah. See, and people
like that's a great movie that you just
watched it. Well, yeah, people love it. That's what I'm saying. How long is Titanic? How long is the film?
I can't remember. Like
I think it's 2 hours and a half. 2:45.
Nah, 3 hours.
2:21. How long?
3 hours and 14 minutes.
3 hours, and you only get one set of titties. That's not a good conversion rate.
Terrible conversion rate considering how dry it is.
Titties per hour, not great.
Yeah. If there was more titties than us in it, then we'd be like, you know what? All right,
shit. Run that whole back. Let's watch that thing again.
Yeah,
100%. What were we? Oh, Son. Yeah, he's our Kate Winslet. You know. Yeah, it sucks. Because I like, you know, I love this club. But he is such a instrumental part in my love for it. Like Kane, like Dempsey, like Bale, like all these players, right? That, you know, Dele Alli too. Like these are players who, if anything, pulled me into the quicksand more. Like I was already standing with my toes in the quicksand because I was like, okay, Clint Dempsey's here, you know. Gareth Bale. That's one leg getting pulled under. And then Moussa Dembele. Oh shit. Oh, Harry Kane. Oh shit. Son, Dele Alli, Eriksson, Alderweireld, Vertonghen. By the time it was like, bro, I'm submerged, and now all the people who pulled me under are slowly leaving, and Jez wants my last one to leave. And I get it. It's what's best for him. But what about me?
You'll be all right, man. You tough.
Well, that's the thing. Like that's the funny part. This is the funny part about it because, like, I remember that
I want to give him the Modric treatment. Like, just let him come off the bench, get a couple goals.
But that's the thing. But 100%. But I feel like it's just the way. Like, I personally would love that to be the scenario, but I don't think it will be the scenario because I don't think the club would ever do that because I do think they think about the. We should not go to think about.
Is the contingency plan.
Please don't say that. I mean, every time I heard this, I fucking cry.
Well, no, he has been that player like for the last 2-3 years in Asia has been like the young player of the year, and they've been saying at his age, Son wasn't even there yet. So we're like doing the Richarlison before Brazil World Cup. Hey, Brazil's third favorites. Sign me Richarlison for 60 mil. Brazil's number 9.
It's just man, I'm not even gonna. I let Twitter have this one. I don't care, but. No, it's just one of the. But I know, like, because you obviously Sun FC on Twitter is crazy, you know, like obviously, and I was once accused as somebody who was apparently a Sun hater, which I wasn't. I'm just a very truthful person, and I would tell you how it is, man. Bro, like,
Dude,
there's girls that I pissed off just because I'm just too honest. Like,
Yeah, you two
you
understand.
know me, Jez. You know how I talk about Son, right?
yeah.
But there was like 3-4 games where he was not good at all. And he was like, every first touch was getting misplaced. His first pass was getting misplaced. He couldn't dribble. He couldn't pass. And he wouldn't shoot. He wasn't shooting. And so there was like a month of it almost. It was a lot of, I remember it was like 4 or 5. And I was like, I'm actually getting concerned. They, like, in my comments, bro, were like, I can't believe you, Jacob. You just gave up on your Korean king. You're supposed to be one of his blah blah blah, and you said that. I was like, I'm just being honest about his performance. It wasn't good, and it hasn't been good. And they're like, no, fuck you. You're a piece of shit. I was like, look, if you're asking me right now, I'd sign him to a lifetime contract, but that's because I'm a masochist and I don't want to die alone. And I love Son. But then on the other hand, fucking 7 days prior, I was being accused of not even being a Tottenham fan. I'm a Son fan because I'd signed him to a lifetime contract. So there's no winning either way you go about it. You fucking lifetime contract, fuck you. You don't like Tottenham. You don't want what's best for Tottenham. Hey, I don't think Son's been good these last 5 matches in a row. I hope everything's okay. Maybe he's being overplayed. Maybe we need to constitute a new role for him, kind of like the one for Korea that he plays, which is kind of like that false 9/10. And it's a beautiful spot, and he takes all the free kicks, which I don't know why Madison and Poro are fucking bitching and arguing over the free kicks. It should be Son. It should be Son. It should always have been Son, even when fucking Harry Kane was here.
What's your thoughts on them arguing over the free kick?
Pussies, the both of them.
It's just childish, man. Childish.
Just pussies. Not childish, little bitches. If I was their parent, I would have. And at least Son, we don't have a captain, but our captain did go over. We don't have a captain, but he did go over there and break it up, made it as least embarrassing as possible.
Why they pussy? What's going on, Todd?
Dude, first of all, have a conversation. It's very clear throughout the entirety of the season when this situation has arose, it's always Poro being like, and Basuma used to be a part of it too. It'd be Poro, Basuma, and Madison, and they're going me. The Chelsea shit that they did. No, me. But of course, fucking white privilege always wins, especially in England. And guess what? James Madison, he's like, no, you can't touch my crumpets, you little scallion. And then he's like, he takes a shitty ass free kick every time without fail.
Him and Kane, criminals.
Dude, they're like, fuck all of you, give me the ball. And then they're like, I'm gonna hit that wall. I'm gonna hit that wall so good.
I can more times remember better free kicks from Dyer than from Kane. This whole bar Kane was
Yes, and Harry Winks. Harry Winks,
terrible. Harry Winks scored from like a crazy angle. Like
it was a Papa Matasar type goal, but yeah,
it's like Kane. It's like what's it called? It's like Bruno when he gives the whole Eddie says and Bruno giving those souvenirs. That's Kane when he's on the free kick. Like he's.
It's either a souvenir or a bruise for the dude in the wall.
Literally, like I didn't understand it. No, we do the same foolishness with these guys now. Obviously, Shaker calls them pussies. I call it childish. You guys have assignments. you like,
dude, he's grabbing at it. He's like, no, mine. No, give me that. No, mine. You get mine. You fucking pussies, dog.
You have a game to win, and you guys are doing this. Bro, we have some class. We don't need Chelsea. Don't go like fighting over penalty.
We all made fun of it, bro. It was hilarious.
Exactly. It was hilarious, 100%. And no, I'm angry that they moving like that. It's just
dude.
silly.
He actually grabbed the ball from it, like he's like, "Give me," and then he's like, "No." Like, what are we doing?
What makes it worse? Like Madison is like big 28, and Cole is like big 25 or so. Like, bro, you guys are grown men. At least the Chelsea guys are all like.
But then they be flirting with each other on Instagram, sending hearts back and forth. Like, what the fuck? Why don't y'all do that on the fucking pitch? Like, okay, I understand you want this free kick. Okay, maybe you get the next one. And then they come to some kind of fucking agreement. Instead, they're just like heart emoji each other on their fucking comment section. Bro, Who's sitting in hearts, double hearts, then that's hearted by the author, who then hearts back? Bro, how about don't fucking do that shit on the pitch because it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing on a few levels. Like, for both of them need to hold their heads in shame. Like, from Poro's standpoint, it's clear, and I mean, maybe it's because I've grown up in America and it's just in the front of my face all day. The white man's gonna do what the white man want to do. All right, that's just the dude. They took all the land from the Native Americans, and then now they're deporting the Native Americans. But that's another stream for another channel. But Poro, this guy's the captain or pseudo captain or vice captain, whatever the fuck you want to call him. And you're like, clearly he's not going to give you the ball. So you're like, I'm going to grab it. That's what I'm going to do. Which I just don't know what thought you have in your head where you're like, this is going to go exactly how I'm hoping it will. Which is Madison, who's already said no, is going to say, all right, well, now that you grab the ball, you can fucking have it. That's not going to happen. Because now it's going to be this, my ball. I'm taking the ball home, guys. Oh, get my ball. Don't you touch my ball. And it's like, I'm going home. And Madison, as a grown-ass man, he needs to relinquish control a little bit, I think. Because all season, whenever it comes down to some debacle, guess who fucking takes it? The white man. I rest my case.
Yeah.
Hey, but you know what? But before I let you go, of course.
Go on, you go.
Well, and you know what's funny about this, though? Because people are really quick to call, where's the captain? Where's the captain? Madison, you're a vice captain as well. But
where's the principal? And the vice principal's in there in a fight with a student. Like, bro.
And you're the vice, and nobody calls out the vice captain for doing dumb shit. But it's only the this why I just hate talking about Tottenham. That's why big up to all like Jacob and these guys for actually talking about the situation. Because I'll be honest, like I just couldn't deal with this fan base. I'll be so real.
Dude, there was a time where I did like maybe 2 streams in a week, or like over 2 weeks, I did like 3 streams, which is not really like me. But it's lucky that it was during a spell in which I felt exactly the same way. But it was, yeah, for me, it is tough to talk about Spurs, especially when you've been losing and there's nothing really to look forward to. But when you advance in a European competition, you've effectively, I don't think Pochettino's ever gotten this far in Europa League.
No, he didn't. Like he always goes out. He always went out.
Well, 5 times in 12 years he failed, as far as I understand it. If we're putting numbers on it. But Pochettino! When Pochettino comes, the Pochettino. Shut the fuck up about Pochettino. Anybody going around, we're gonna get Poch back. First of all, he's already qualified for the fucking World Cup, and he don't even gotta play. Where he's already in. He's in, baby. And you're thinking he's gonna walk away from that because he loves Tottenham so much, which I don't doubt. And he backed it up the other day because he was on talk. It's just every now and then he just come around and he just posts on his Snapchat, my boo Tottenham. Te quiero mucho Tottenham. I am not a clown, but te quiero mucho Tottenham. And it's like, okay, you fucking guy. And then all the little Poch girls and boys, oh my God, he still loves us. You think he'll respond to our DM? Shut the fuck up. Even if you don't want Ainge, offer me something else that's not Ryan Mason or Pochettino.
I tweeted it before the AC Alkmaar game, bro. Like, if he would have lost that game,
dude, he's a loser. He didn't win a fucking trophy for us.
You know the Franklin. You know the Flows. You know the Franklin. Like when he was in the prison. When he was in the prison in the moment, like, you ruined my fucking life. After everything you done fucking did for you, you don't fucking talk to me. Bro, this would have been me right there, yeah. If Ant would have lost the ASAP game, because after that game, we would have seen fucking Ryan Mason and Pochettino edit on my timeline. I would have crashed out, bro. Like this is currently what the situation is. That's why I'm not trying for the merge out, because people the name, like, can I play that clip by the way? Or is it copyright?
Yeah, baby. How long's the clip?
It's like couple seconds.
Yeah, run it.
Because Well, it's funny as hell. But bro, like,
I love Snowfall, so I know exactly what you're talking about. I didn't know you're talking about from it, but I love Snowfall. I need to rewatch it.
It's 20.
I've never seen
It's
Snowfall.
20 seconds.
Yeah, hey, Jacob,
Watch it.
watch Snowfall.
That's a good one.
Watch it with your, you know what? Watch it with your missus. Watch it with your wife, I should say. Watch it with your wife. She'll like it too. Trust. There you go. Give you a couple activity. Trust me, it's that good. It's
Is it
top
titties?
notch.
Oh,
Yeah, there was titties in there. I think so.
Yeah.
I'll watch it. I'll watch it.
Yeah.
Flo, check the end and see if it's good in it.
Oh, I thought you. Yeah, it's calm. Share it, fam. We good.
I'll share.
Yeah, share the screen.
Yeah. Now, cause Flo, generally speaking, like, one sec. One sec.
I said you ruined my fucking
life. Well, by the way, that was a brilliant acting performance.
Yeah, it was one of the best acting performances I've seen, like, in a strong minute. He bodied that. And then when I found out he wasn't actually American and he's British, I was like, what?
Yeah, British, I was like, huh? Like, bro, he did it so well.
Crazy. Yeah, I noticed.
So also go back real quick. That was the caption here. I said, yo, I'm taking the piss because I'm trying to get the likes up. Fucking, don't make me see Poch or Mason in those things here. Fan clubs and food tap was up, and then
dude, they were doing Mason fucking. They were doing Ryan Mason highlight comps like Goat will return soon. And it's like the 6 games he made.
And Jacob, you didn't watch obviously third show. This would have been me after. This would have been me after the game. Then if we were lost.
You ended my fucking life. After everything I fucking did for you, you not gonna fucking talk to me. You did this to me. You ended my fucking life. And Teddy should have blown your fucking head off. Fuck you, bitch. Fuck you. You fucking did this shit to me. You did this shit to me. You fucking did this. You ended my fucking life.
Is she in jail or is he in jail?
No, she's in jail.
She's in jail.
They taking his ass away too for that.
Yeah, because you can't. If you go to jail and you start screaming like that, they go escort you out.
Sir.
And you start being like, you ruined my fucking life. And start breaking the glass. They call it. Yo,
you fucking did. I should have. He said something. I should have shot you. Oh shit.
Should I play again?
Dude, that would have been me too. Because like I said, if we would have fucking lost to AZ, gone out, like what do we have to look forward to? Fine, I guess. Let's talk about old nipple man Areola, who by the way is a fucking bozo loser who can't fucking hold on to a 2-0 lead. Ainge can't hold on to a 2-0 lead. Sexual harassment. Areola flirting. Make it make sense.
I'm gonna start using that clip, Jez. I'm gonna start using that.
Bro, like I send it to you because you can download it. I send it to you and then DM.
Yeah. Just send me the DM. Just DM me the video, and I'll be able to download it from there because that clip.
Yeah, I already DM'd you.
That clip, I'm gonna start using that. When United do something piss me off, I'm gonna start using it.
Oh, you ruined my fucking life. After everything fucking this video, you're gonna fucking talk to me and you did this to me. You handled my fucking life. And Terry, he should have fucking blown you up. Fuck you, bitch. Nah, I can't like that was cold, bro. That was cold. I know bar for bar.
Yeah, bro. I could tell you watched that time and time. I landed it, perfectly.
Bro felt it in his soul, yeah. I'm not gonna lie, that's how I'm gonna act towards Ainge if he keeps giving the cold shoulder to fucking English version Lamine Yamal, Mikey Moore. But
by the way, do you see that?
Jacob, scoreline prediction for your game on the weekend, which is
Fulham at the house that Clint Dempsey built.
Okay, so you're not playing Fulham. Scoreline prediction for Fulham.
I'm gonna say this: all those people in the UK that don't like Americans, guess what? We're going to Craven Cottage, built by who? An American, Clint motherfucking Nacogdoches Dempsey. All right.
Scoreline prediction, please, Jacob.
If Adama Traore plays, even looks at the pitch while he's got his boots on, 2-2. But if Adama doesn't, I don't think he played in there. I get updates. Adama touched the pitch, notify Jacob. Adama got an assist, notify Jacob. Adama scored a goal, notify Jacob. You'll know some of those flawless because they happened versus United. But that was last year too, and this year, and he's done it tomorrow. We
2-1 against Adama. You know what I'm saying? 3 games.
Hey,
we 2-1 up.
Adama.
Even though they won the more important one in the FA Cup, but we move.
Shit. When he was at Wolves, every time we play Wolves, guess what? Adama. Goal.
We won we won the more important one still. We did win the more important one. I'm not gonna lie. But we moved.
Well,
so 2-2. So wait.
if Adama touches the pitch,
yeah,
starts, comes off the bench for more than 10 minutes.
2 apiece.
2-2. 2-2 if we're lucky.
And if Adama doesn't see grass.
3-1 Tottenham Hotspur.
There we go. Let them know where they can find you, what you got coming up over the weekend and next week, Jacob. United Spurs of America. I need to add the link into the title. But links underneath in the description on this live stream and every live stream anyway. But yeah, Jacob, let them know what you got coming up.
United Spurs of America is where I seldom do some stuff. Life's been crazy, like I mentioned about deportation, bro. One of my coworkers got deported, so like I had a bunch of shit I had to help with. Yeah, bro. And he's American. He's not. He's just looks Mexican, bro. They scooped him up. They're scooping motherfuckers up here. You look, it's like that Family Guy meme, you know, the one with the color grade chart, where it's like this part is okay, this part. That's how they're treating it now. It's fucking insane. But yeah, my channel's United Spurs of America. Until they say that I'm Mexican and then they deport me. Then we'll be United Spurs of Mexico.
There we go. And we'll still do the show. You'll just be in Mexico. That works for us.
I'll just be like, orale, and I'll probably have a little chihuahua with me and some tamales.
If they do deport you, they deport you to Colombia for chic's sake. But we move. All right, man. Jacob, blessings. Every single time.
No, they don't want. Hey, they don't want. You don't. No, they don't want to see me in Colombia. No. Hey, I'll be the worst thing to hit there since Pablo Escobar. You know what I'm saying? Or the CIA, should I say? They don't want to see me in Colombia. Allegedly, yeah, allegedly.
Allegedly, people. Allegedly. Well, that's Jacob's way. All I asked for was a prediction, people. But that's Jacob.
Yeah. Oh, and you asked me to like plug my channel, like a content creator does. And I started talking about people getting deported. It's fun.
Yes. This is why you're here, because you never know what Jacob's gonna say. That's why you.
To be fair, neither do I. So we're all in the same boat.
We're all in the same boat, man. That's facts. Spot on.
Jez, did Jez give score predictions?
No, I thought you were going. You joke, man. That's why I was giving you the outro.
Oh, but to leave.
Yeah, because you said you were going.
Yeah. I thought you were gonna end the show. Oh, my bad. Yeah.
I was
no, big up everyone. You stay here. Don't leave nobody. I thought we were rounding off, so I was like, all right.
Nah, I'm going too shortly. I'm gonna get Jez's predictions, answer any final questions, chat, and then I'm out.
Big up chat, man. Make sure y'all hitting a like. Just disregard the last 7.5 minutes of whatever. But again, if Adama plays, it's gonna be a long day for us. If Adama doesn't play, glory, Tottenham Hotspur. All right, y'all. Peace.
Big up, Jacob.
Typical Jacob in natural
so who did
normal form? What you say, fam?
So who did you play again? I'll be honest. I forgot who you played.
Pull him away, man. Pull him away.
Oh, shit, you learned pull him away.
Yeah, pull him away.
Bro. Shit. It's funny because Adama is auction, isn't it? But it's just this. It's the fear that he brings teams. That's why I'm like, please don't play Paul. Please don't play Paul on his side. I beg you. Like, I don't want that barbecue chicken. Like, but but I don't know. Put them to be a team, like they're a good team, but then they drop points like in stupid manners as well because they don't have necessarily the greatest players. But we are inconsistent as hell. So away, I say 2-2, man. Oh, actually no. I'm going for winning because they beat us last time at Tom, I think, like late. So 2-1. Yo, by the way, can I play the clip again, bro? I can't like.
I was thinking the same shit. Play the clip again, yo.
Oh, I was literally I was listening half-heartedly because like I wasn't the clip again.
The clip is great, yo. I'm just waiting for something to happen so I can use it, you know.
No, bro, that was like, no, you can use it every time. Like I'll use it every time with what's it called.
I'm just waiting for sporting wise. Let us lose to Leicester. I'm gonna just use it.
Oh no, bro, it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Fucking life. After everything I fucking did for you, you not gonna fucking talk to me. You did this to me. You ended my fucking life. And that should have blown your fuck. Fuck you, man. Fuck you. You fucking did this shit to me. You did this shit to me. You
That shit,
made
yeah,
it
man,
my fucking life. Fuck you, man.
Nah, bro. Because this is how
I'm
I
just
feel.
waiting for it to happen with United so I can use that, you know. It's your.
Bro, I feel all the time after like a Tottenham loss. So it's like, you know what?
What
Like,
was your original tweet with that? What was it? What was it?
so let me bring it up real quick. One second.
Yeah. Well, I actually want to know what your tweet was like to elaborate on that. That's not funny, yo.
One sec,
You did this to me.
there you go. I'll put it up. I'll try
Yeah, what was your tweet? Let's see. And WBC watch on me.
Bro, they were talking about like I was heard Mason and Pochettino like interviews. Like, bro, fuck all that. Like, nah, bro. No, I just felt like that, bro. Like, and I said I don't care who the manager is, but bro, I can't go back to Pochettino. Like, what are we?
Yeah.
So I was saying, I was like, yeah, man. Like, so yeah, but, like I don't, you know, it's because even Spurs don't even play and I still use it because it fits the situation that we currently in anyway. So nah. But people watch Snowfall. It's a good show, man.
Yes, if you've not watched Snowfall, easily. The only thing I've watched better than Snowfall is Breaking Bad. Snowfall's up there to me. Better than anything, better than Power, better than any series I've watched. Outside of Breaking Bad, it tops all series. Bear in mind, I've not watched certain things like Prison Break. I've watched The Wire, it tops that. It tops Power. And everyone knows how much I love Power. Like, it's that good, Snowfall. It's second on my list. Breaking Bad is the only thing that tops it. And it's a close second. There's just a couple scenes in Snowfall I can't stomach.
Like, I need to rewatch it again because like I forgot.
Yeah, there's one scene even though thankfully they didn't show it, but they showing it afterwards. I couldn't do it. Like I couldn't. I was visibly uncomfortable watching it.
Watching the other thing. Yeah, I heard it. It's like because it gets dark at parts.
Yeah, like that's what it is. But it's got so but it's quality, people. Like watch Snowfall if you have not. Like it is absolutely top tier. Flawless, your prediction for Leicester. What lineup do I want to see? 12-9 in goal. Back three, Maz, Delit, Heaven. Wing backs, dog who's missing. Fuck.
Gotta be what's Masurai wing back again?
Fuck playing the loader. Now, you said what lineup do I want to see? Play.
Oh, you want to see?
Yeah, put Harry and Mas one side, put him at right wing back. Shit. Left wing back. I don't even know. Got another youngster, man. Another youngster there, that Montaro. Obviously this ain't gonna happen. Midfield. I'd run a Garte Collier actually. Give them both some minutes. 10s. Xerxes. Has to be Bruno. Cheeto. That'd be it. That'd be my team. Obviously, I'm gonna play that. And in regards to prediction, 2-1, terrible game, two awful teams, but we'll get by them. It's gonna be very much like the FA Cup game. Two awful teams.
Because they always no duty, but they bet all the time. Like the only team that generally tries us. Like I have not seen them try the way they try against us. It's incredible.
It's crazy. I'm prime tomorrow for the watch-alongs and stuff because I gotta get ready because I'll get to bed because I'm friggin' playing football tomorrow. So I need to try and get some decent night's sleep still. I'm already unfair as it is, so it ain't gonna help. Well, big up. Love to everyone that's locked in. Make sure, again, you lot subscribe to United Spurs of America. Links in the title. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe, whether you're watching this live right now or watching this back after. And, of course, don't forget as well, we are available on all audio platforms as well, people. Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, etc. Wherever you listen to podcasts, type in Sarcasm City TV and this show and all the other shows on the channel. Again, apart from watch-alongs, fan calling shows and gaming content, all available on there. So big up. Love to everyone that's locked in. There's no early kickoff tomorrow. So there's no early kickoff. No early kickoff in the Premier League. 3 p.m. It depends on what time I get back from the tournament, people. It depends what time I get back. If I get back too late, then you will not get I was going to do the City Brighton game. And then the 5:30 game we're doing is Villarreal, Real Madrid. We won't be doing Brentford, Bournemouth. Brentford, Bournemouth, or Real Madrid. It's an easy choice. And then 10:30 p.m. UK time. This is all today. So Saturday. This is all today if you're in the UK time zone. Tomorrow if you're elsewhere. Manchester United, Manchester City show. So we'll be back with Veta. Hopefully we're talking about a Brighton loss. A City lost to Brighton. And then following that, the Yardman show. So Javon will be back. Lex will be there. Kaneki will be there. We'll be talking all things Premier League. And that will follow the Manchester United, Manchester City show. In regards to NBA, nothing tonight because Luka's injured. So nothing tonight because I was going to do the Lakers game versus the Nuggets, but he's injured. Not really too interested in doing Suns Kings. Trying to see tomorrow night, is there anything? Nothing tomorrow night in regards to NBA. Let's see. Sunday night, nothing. So we'll be back Monday night with NBA. Maybe Lakers Spurs. If not, you'll get Warriors Nuggets. So it's dependent on the NBA and if Lucas.
Apparently saying LeBron is going to be out for another week.
Yeah, LeBron is saying he's out. So if Luke is back, we'll do Lakers Spurs. If not, it'll be Warriors Nuggets. And then following that, Warriors Bucks Tuesday night. That should be good. Wednesday night, again, Lakers Nuggets, depending on injury. If not, we'll pick another game. Thursday night, Lakers Bucks, again, depending on injury. Friday night, nothing. Next week, Saturday, nothing of note. Sunday, not really anything of note. But that's subject to change, but keep an eye on the schedule. And look at this Dunsey guy, man. Look at this guy, man. No need, but shout out Dunsey each and every time.
So,
absolutely no one.
Don't see for why obviously I know why, but I thought we are like we don't, it don't matter, like we are ups, but like I thought I'm like that up that nobody cares about. Like, bro, what happened? Like, bro, like why that's another to you so much? God damn. Man, I know, but
yeah, people, we're going to redirect. I think Gunner's the only one that's live, to be honest. So we're going to redirect. No, man's been live since freaking 8:50 p.m. Jesus, it's nearly 1 a.m.
What was the original stream and what did it started off though? As like, is it a preview or?
It was him and some girl were going back and forth on Twitter. I think it's to do with her because I just put she is cooking. Something like that.
Oh, fair enough.
So we're going to redirect to Gunner. So just put Sarcasm City TV raid in his chat. 1 second. I'm just going to double check here right now. Give me 1 sec. Give me 1 second. Hold up. Yeah, emergency meeting. Tried to cook me and cooked yourself. So I'm presuming it's with the girl. But it could be something else. But it's Gunner. Put Sarcasm City TV raid in his chat. Hit the like button. Subscribe again, people. Back live tomorrow. Sarcasm City TV playback 5:30 p.m. UK time. La Liga watch along. Villarreal versus Real Madrid. Then following that, we're back here 10:30 p.m. Manchester United, Manchester City podcast with myself and Veta talking both Manchester clubs. And then following that straight on 12:30 a.m. UK time, Premier League podcast Yardman edition with Lex Kaneki and Javon from the Final Whistle podcast. So, and in regards to that, I don't think he's about Warrior J. That's why I didn't ask Steve. If he's about, then he'll do it. But I don't think he's active like that. So you'll get 5:30 p.m. Definitely the 5:30 p.m. kick. 3 p.m. kick, maybe. Depends on, I might even get back in time and in no condition. Who knows? I might be fucked up. But, I'm trying to start kicking ball again. So love to everyone that's locked in again. Put Sarcasm City TV raid in League on this chat. And this has been the Manchester United Tottenham Hotspur show. Man United pod meets the Talking at Tottenham Talk pod live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Thank you very much for tuning in.